The unveiling of Melbourne's iconic Myer Christmas windows has been cancelled over security concerns after pro-Palestine protesters were planning a demonstration at the opening. Retail giant Myer announced the decision, citing safety concerns for customers and staff. The iconic Christmas window display in Bourke Street Mall will still be there, but the traditional unveiling celebration will not take place. For their take, let's bring in Susie O'Brien and Bona. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Susie, this has been a tradition for almost 7 decades. What's your view?
Oh, this is just an absolute disgrace, really. I mean, it's a bit like the Extension Rebellion protesters gluing their hands to the road, stopping all the traffic and then trying to say that motorists, should be sympathetic to their cause. I mean, this is a symbol of light and hope and joy for so many people. And why would they do this? Why would they choose this particular symbol? It's because the Myer family are Jewish, and really it's just a statement of hate, and it does absolutely nothing to have normal people or ordinary people sympathetic to their cause. It's really just a disgrace.
Yeah, Luke, people are very upset. People wanted to go there with their families, but the protesters say there's no joy in genocide, so there should be no joy on Bourke Street. What do you think?
Well, of course, there's no joy in genocide, and we all want to see that conflict come to an end. But Susie's absolutely right. This has got nothing to do with Christmas. It's to do with the owners of the Myer Foundation, and it is an absolute disgrace, and it shouldn't be allowed to go ahead. So is this a legal protest? And if it is, something's got to be done, I think, to stop it, because why are we taking Christmas away from Australian families when this should have nothing to do with the conflict that's going on in the Middle East? And just remember those protesters. Australia recently voted with the United Nations to grant status to Palestine. Have they forgotten that that's just happened? I mean, this is doing their cause absolutely no good. And if they want to talk about free speech, well, I wonder how those Palestinians would go wanting to say exactly what's on their mind if they were being run by Hamas or if they were in Lebanon, Hezbollah. They get no free speech at all. This is absolutely wrong. It shouldn't be allowed to go ahead. But, of course, they've got their oxygen now. They've got their oxygen, so no matter what happens, they've made their point, just like the environmentalists strapping themselves to their steering wheels and cutting off Sydney traffic.
I think it is a legal protest. The organisers, well, the Myer people have apparently met with them and said, could you just not do it right here during the opening? Apparently, Myer says that they declined that offer, but we'll check into that. We're going to hear more about this today because it is a big story in Melbourne. Let's move on. With car accidents on the rise for older drivers, a new initiative is pushing mandatory refresher driving lessons for all Aussies over 50. Researchers say tailored training could help older drivers stay safe on the roads as driving conditions and tech evolves. Susie, what do you reckon about refresher lessons for people over 50?
Well, I think there must be a mistake, Nat. Over 50, surely they mean over 60, over 70?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm 53. I mean, what the hell? 50 is the new 30, surely.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have to admit, I first got my driving licence 35 years ago. I'm 53, and I didn't quite pass my test. I didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign, started crying, and the instructor gave me my licence. 35, not my finest feminist moment. 35 years on, a refresher course might be a good idea, particularly because I'm now teaching my kids to drive. So perhaps maybe it is a good idea, but maybe over 60, not 50.
Yeah, I can promise you can't really do that now. I know someone who failed when they didn't go, to come to a full stop at a stop sign.
Yeah.
Luke, a lot of us did get our licences a long time ago, sometimes in different states, in country areas. It was pretty lax. Do we need a refresher lesson?
Well, it's been a while since I went for a test, yes. Now, I'm not going to tell you when, but it was a little while ago now. And plenty of road rules have changed. Plenty of road rules have changed since I got my licence and you guys as well. So maybe it's a good idea for us to refresh. Maybe it's not a bad idea if it can be proven that people over 50 or over 60 are causing more accidents. I'd like to see those statistics and see if it's actually true. Or if you can reverse parallel park in a manual, you're fine.
OK, and that's it?
I could reverse parallel park for Australia. So that's it.
done,
That's all you
champion.
need to do. Are you with me?
Yeah. You know what? It's not till you start teaching your kids.
Oh, don't start.
And they start going through that book and asking you questions.
120 hours.
Yeah, but even to get their learners, some of those questions, and you're thinking,
Did you pass? Like, did you go through it and did you think, I don't know the answer to that?
I think we've run out of time, guys.
Yeah, sorry. You're breaking up.
Talk about that next week.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.